Hey everyone. Had a little bit of vodka tonight, bottle of tequila, some lights, even a few hits off a bottle of rubbing alcohol that I found in my bathroom. I thought that would be the perfect time to set the record straight, get some off my. So the first thing that I want to talk about is her name, Senator 23 and Meemaw. Okay, put some respect on her name. You address her by her title. I don't care. The founder of our group, that I'm here representing, has been selling merchandise in a Teespring store with Senator 23 and Mima's first name all over it. I'm not going to hold anyone in our group accountable. That's not what we do here. But if you're not in our group, we're totally going to go right after you for the thing that we won't even call ourselves out on. We're going to come right at you in bad faith. I'm going to send an army of suburban housewives, that are all going to tell you how they're not racist and you're racist. And even though really deep down they're the racist ones, they're gonna come for you. So just beware. And I would also suggest if you're in a park trying to have a barbecue, just be aware that they're willing to call the cops on you at any time, and they'll go straight to the manager over any of this stuff. And you don't want to test me. You don't want that smoke, okay? So they'll come after you, and I might make a video just like this one where I complain about you for 30 minutes. So just keep that in mind, okay? Whenever you want to actually try and address problems and have a real discussion about policy and why you don't like politicians, we're not about that. We're going to come for you. The next thing I really think we need to address is K Hive is not a fan club. We're just a group of people who jump to immediate judgments. Like if a reporter puts out an article and it's got a negative headline, we're not gonna go read the story. We're just gonna tell them outright that it's a lie. We don't need to actually go see the facts and see if it's true. We just know that despite them reporting honestly, that they're just trying to lie. I mean, yeah, we've had multiple articles about written about us and our group as being cyber bullies and harassing people and doxing people, but we're just correcting misinformation by lying about a lot of stuff. Okay, I mean, we're a very diverse group, and we believe in listening to people of color as long as they don't identify as progressive. And no, we don't want Kamala to primary Joe in 2024. We're just hoping Joe dies during his first term, so Kamala can be appointed to president, kind of like how she became the vice president. Next up, I think I'm going to address Spencer Gray right here. I don't know why this college kid is trying to get active in politics. Like that's not what we want at all in our politics. Bringing out the youth and driving youth engagement is the exact opposite of what we want to do. All right. Why would young people actually care about the politicians that are being elected that are going to decide their future? This is why we keep bullying teenagers so badly that they have to lock their Twitter account. You don't want to be harassed. You didn't even come online. If you're old enough to crawl, you're old enough to be bullied, told your parents raised you bad. Spencer Gray, you a Press Soho apartment. And you know what? And the next one, I don't want her to think I forgot about her. Alex Deanne. I don't know if you know what manipulation means, but I didn't manipulate anything. I just switched some numbers around, but the numbers are still the same, okay? I didn't change them, all right? So just because you don't like where I put the numbers doesn't really change the whole meaning of that poll or what I said, okay? So don't call me a liar because you don't know me, okay? I didn't lie or manipulate. Numbers are still there. You can go see them, and you can see the numbers are exactly the same, all right? Doesn't matter where I put the numbers. That's not manipulation. Next up, oh yeah, Riley, Texas. I've got some for you too. But here's the thing. Don't really come back here, until it's wintertime. That's the only time when I'm dealing with snow. All right. Those of you that are into Canadian reggae music, You're gonna appreciate that reference. That one is for all 0 of you. And you know what, Albert? I don't care if you want to make it into one of my lame ass videos. You never will, you clout chaser. Why don't you go improve your content? You know, you might get just as much engagement as I do with fewer followers, but at the rate I'm going, I'll be back to 5K well before you get there. So the joke's on you, and K. You and the rest of your white progressives can keep catching this side eye until I realize that you aren't white, and then you can catch this block. All you Warren Dems, you know, that want to come for Kamala, you know what? Guess what? Guess what? Hold on. Hold on a second. I'll guys. What? I'm filming right now. I don't. Yeah, I don't like Biden. Like, what does that matter? I mean, they're not. They don't. No, there's not any point to me explaining. I don't really like Biden. No, well, it's. They're not gonna care. It's not. We're acting. No, they're gonna ignore I said that. They're gonna pretend like I haven't really criticized Biden, or or the way he's handling the filibuster, or some of the approaches he's taken and things he's done. They're not gonna listen to. No, they're just gonna say I'm attacking Kamala. Yeah, I know. I don't get it either. I mean, Biden putting Kamala in these really bad positions and getting the blame, and that's why we're seeing her approval ranking. Thinking, I don't know why they're not more upset with Biden. Yeah, I don't know why they're blaming progressives for stuff either. It's not like progressives put her in charge of immigration, something that's kind of been an unsolvable country and our problem forever. Yeah, I know Kamala's hands are tied, with the being put in charge of voting rights because Biden won't come out and publicly speak against the filibuster. No, I mean, I agree. I mean, she shouldn't be blamed for not overriding the parliamentarian on that minimum wage vote, but just doing the admin want her to do. I mean, right? Yeah. Look, you're preaching to the choir. I don't know why they just seem to just take pictures of her walking everywhere. I think she could probably, do something more effectively if they would actually put her in better positions. Yes, I know Elizabeth Warren compliments her pretty regularly. Actually, both of her most recent books, she's very positive about Kamala. Yeah, I don't know if I've actually Warren Kamala for Senate. No, I don't hate Kamala. I just prefer more progressive policy. And I mean, Kamala's not really progressive, and when they were interviewing her and asked her, she kind of laughed at the insinuation that she was progressive. So, look, you want to get in front of the camera? I know you're just an imaginary person. You're not really there. I'm talking to you for comedic purposes and exposition, and kind of explaining some of these things that should be really obvious to K-Hive people that keep coming in harassing us. But it's what it is. Look, if you want to get the 5K followers, you have to spread your wings and start making some better content. You can't do that, but just hiding over there off camera. Not like K-Hive members don't just make up things out of thin air and somehow convince themselves it's real. You could do that too. Yeah, you're right. They're gonna find this video and they're gonna be like, "Oh, it's so weird that this guy made this video and so deranged." Despite the fact that they've had multiple people make videos about us and podcasts and all those things, and they're still making videos and podcasts about us. And this is obviously intended to kind of be a parody of some of their nonsense. Nah, I don't think they're gonna appreciate the fourth wall. Probably think the fourth wall is like a reference to the Berlin Wall and communism. Yeah, all right, man. I'm gonna go ahead and get back to this if that's cool with you. No, sorry about that, guys. I just had to talk to somebody on camera. Don't worry about it. They're a real person. So, got receipt. Anyways, where next place I want to go is like these attacks. Dontel Brown, need to stop. Chantel is not a transphobe. Just a brutal smear that was started by the progressives after she repeatedly misgendered someone. But, what's important to consider is that was Chantel's friend. And her friend is dead anyways. So it's not like their friend actually cares, what happened. So why should we care, right? And, even despite that, she apologized for it. Okay, I mean, she didn't do anything wrong, but she still apologized for it. She went that extra mile after she was denounced by so many people in the LGBTQ community. So y'all just need to accept her apology, okay? And we need to accept she's not a transphobe, despite how that community still feels. I think it's also important to address this because I've seen this accusation around. It's kind of disturbing for me because it's not true yet. I'm not a paid operative. I'm an unpaid operative. What I do is just basically charity work. I get out and I harass people and direct all these people to go bully them and say all these insane things to them. It's just out of the goodness of my heart. But eventually I do want to get paid for this. And when that actually happens for me, I'm going to move from my luxury high-rise apartment to a slightly bigger apartment or maybe even a condo. If I was a paid operative, I would be on TV because that's what operatives do. They want everyone to see what they're doing in plain sight. I mean, they're believers in transparency, and they don't really work towards agendas that are often obscured. I'm going to get there well before all of you people that actually understand what an operative is and aren't actively trying to be one. It's going to happen, guys. Now I want to read some tweets. So I was reading this one tweet. Somebody tweeted at me. Oh, there's the Progressive Brigade. Here they come again. And it said that the guy is obviously lively blue. Hi, everyone who's watching right now. How are you guys doing? Yeah, see that kind of tweet right there? This is why I just can't trust the white progressives. They just say those crazy things. But, it's also important. I think I need to read some of these tweets, though, because another one where we have the receipts. We bring the receipts. People don't understand. We've always got receipts. We always back up what we say, right? So I just want to shout out Karen Winemom 869123, who provided one of the receipts from earlier when she tweeted at me, "You are right. Thanks." Okay, we might as well be called IRS because we've got receipts. And if you don't pay your bills, well, that's too bad because I paid mine. So why should you get something, right? And one more note, look, I don't want online attention. I don't make videos for attention. I don't even expect anybody to actually watch these. In fact, when you open up, YouTube or Twitter or whatever, and you want to come to see me and see one of my videos, just turn around, don't come. And the last thing that I want to address, quit worrying about my cat, Max, okay? Stop trying to stroke him and pet him. That's my pussy, okay? Don't you just go worry about your own pussy, all right? I know that my pussy is down in the polls, even the polls that we conducted ourselves are internal and should clearly be favorable to us, but I think my pussy's better, and it's obviously a positive sign that we're still losing. So this is the last I'm going to speak on any of this, and I'm not going to spend the entire day tomorrow tweeting a whole bunch of responses to this entire day and even making more videos. So take that, white progressives.